Right from the beginning, we try to achieve a certain magic that is also individualistic, and at Ford Australia, we do have a good chance of achieving it.
I think we're all aiming to improve the Australian automotive industry, that show the world that we've got something to offer.
Well, the past 5 years in the automotive industry in Australia has really been a revolution. The companies had to become global. That's, for Ford, is not a problem because we are a global company. We have a lot of ag operations all over the world. And in fact, Australia is a very special operation because it's one of only 3 in the world, the United States, Europe, and here, where we have the capability to design and manufacture a unique vehicle for the markets we're in. Designed by Australians, built by Australians, for sale both here and abroad.
Great motor vehicles start with great design. Ford Australia won Australian Design Awards for its Falcon range in 1983 and 1988, and was the first to win the Design Award for a motor vehicle. The Design and Research Centre at Broadmeadows is a state-of-the-art facility.
I've been privileged enough to work in a couple of different automotive companies around the world, Volvo in Sweden and Porsche in Germany. And this studio, as such, is possibly one of the best studios I've worked in the world.
One of the interesting things of the design process really is the fact that you start out with almost an artist's conception of a new vehicle. All the wildest thoughts that anyone has to the most conservative, try to get them all out, examine them carefully, their merits, their possibilities. It's really the concept and the inspiration. It's the thing that gives the car the personality and character that sets it apart from the competition.
Well, Ford has been in Australia, started to sell cars here in 1904. We've been here a very long time. In fact, we started our manufacturing facilities in Geelong in 1925. And we've been a major investor and participant in the market since that time. In fact, if you looked over the last 20 to 30 years, we've had a history of investing about $1 billion every 5 years over a 30-year period. We today have the largest investment of any automotive company in the country.
Ford's commitment to Australia is reflected in the changes taking place throughout the company. A better people environment and an ongoing investment in new technology that will maintain Ford Australia's industry leadership into the 21st century. The technology that revolutionized car design and engineering and created super efficiency throughout the whole manufacturing process is CAD/CAM, computer-aided design, computer-aided manufacture. Relevant information is transmitted throughout the various areas of production, allowing designers and engineers from several disciplines to work simultaneously on identical data. This leads to a more uniform and better produced end product. CAD/CAM is also linked to other Ford plants throughout the world and to Ford's parts suppliers in Australia. Since the introduction of CAD, the timescale for developing design concepts to finished product has been almost halved, creating a need for even greater flexibility and efficiency in the manufacturing process. 2 new automated stamping presses at Ford in Geelong represent a $40 million investment in new technology. The tri-axis press can be set up to make 50 different body parts and can produce 1,000 parts an hour.
The bottom line is that we are more competitive. We're more competitive in a number of ways. Firstly, that we can react faster to changes in the marketplace. We can provide a customer with a car faster than we used to be able to.
To become even more competitive, Ford continues to make substantial investments in technology. The plastics plant in Broadmeadows is one of the most advanced in the world.
A lot of world-class technologies collected under this roof. We were the third car in the world to put a plastic fuel tank in, and certainly the first Ford car. We also manufacture crash pads, which involves 2 or 3 technologies coming together again. And the water knife is part of that, and that's a method of cutting off the overburden around the crash pad.
For small production runs, the robot water knife's computer can be reprogrammed to cut to any new configuration. It is typical of the technology being introduced to keep Ford at the forefront of the Australian automotive industry. In 1987, a $62 million computer-controlled, fully automated paint plant using state-of-the-art anti-corrosion and paint technology was commissioned.
The electric coat is a dip, if you like, an electrostatic charging or electrical charging of the material onto the bodies. And that is the prime rust prevention system that we have for the vehicle. It's equivalent to anything in the world.
Staff at Ford have responded enthusiastically to the changes taking place within the company. And the introduction of advanced technology has enabled work teams to concentrate more on quality enhancement and problem solving.
We have been a leader in the industry in terms of training our people, in terms of recruiting highly skilled people to do the jobs that we have, to be able to make the changes necessary to compete in a global industry.
Ford has long recognized its responsibilities to its multinational workforce, and English classes were introduced more than 10 years ago. Today, they are a regular part of the curriculum at Ford's new training center at Broadmeadows. The classes are designed to help foreign-born workers improve their English so that they are able to play a more active role in work teams. This commitment to training extends to the company's apprenticeship scheme. Ford has more than 400 apprentices in training at any one time. Future programs will be designed to enable apprentices to gain qualifications in more advanced technical and engineering disciplines, part of Ford Australia's plans to enhance its world competitiveness. Ford's expertise and technology helped win the contract to machine bond tools for the international aerospace industry. These tools will manufacture landing gear doors on Europe's A340 Airbus. Another of Ford's export contracts is to produce the aluminium CTX transmission and clutch housings used by Ford and Fiat in Europe. These are cast on 4 specially installed 2,000-ton high-pressure die casting machines. And the investment in technology is a clear signal of Ford Australia's confidence in its place in the Australian and world automotive scene. Each and every part is tested on coordinate measuring machines before being passed for export. Ford's commitment to the motor industry in Australia is backed by investment in people and technology. At Geelong, Ford has invested more than $45 million in upgrading the technology of its engine manufacturing facilities.
The technology improvements in the plant, particularly in the last 12 months, have been mainly aimed at improving the capability of the manufacture of conrods and crankshafts and rotors. We've introduced into the manufacture of crankshafts what we call turn broaching operations, which is used in several of the major manufacturers of crankshafts. It is a new technology and gives the crankshaft the ability to be stress relieved and in fact straighter in the final finish.
Ford places great emphasis on producing vehicles which suit Australian conditions, a quality not found in many imported vehicles. At Ford's proving ground near Geelong, every new model, new part or modification is rigorously tested for performance and reliability.
We do everything we can to try and destroy the vehicle. I know what the vehicle can stand up to, and I feel very safe when I'm driving a Ford.
The benefit to the customer of the work that we do in the engine lab should be that they don't perceive the engine. They get the desired performance out of the engine, they get the desired fuel economy out of the engine, it doesn't cause any problems, and it runs for the life of the vehicle.
They're coming out of the last corner now, Kent Youlden. A superb passing move in the final lap. The checkered flag is at the ready.
Kent Youlden works as an engineer for Ford and has had a lifetime interest in motorsport. Since 1988, he has been part of a team racing Falcons for Ford and other sponsors, winning national titles in 1990 and 1991.
Well, if you look at motorsport all through the years, I mean, there's been some obvious improvements like disc brakes and management systems and powertrain development. And really, with the Falcon we've been developing, and we flow our development back onto the engineers here. We show them what we do to actually get speed out of the car, and they draw some balance between what the customer on the road would like to use, and it makes a much better balanced road car.
In 1989, our plant won the Australian Quality Award, and that was mainly for not only the way that we work, but for the quality of the product. And absolutely everything that we do in our plant has got the customer in mind.
There always has been a recognition at Ford that there needs to be continuous product upgrading. But there is more importance attached to that today. So what you have now is this product improvement not just in levels of equipment, which provide better value for money products, but big reliance today on quality.
Our commitment to the Australian market can be shown best by the fact that we have been the leader in locally produced vehicles. I think if we looked at the Falcon, it is the best example. Locally designed, locally produced, and has the highest Australian content of any vehicle produced in the market at over 85%. At the same time, it is doing a terrific job of satisfying the Australian customers' needs and wants with the introduction of new features like ABS and Smart Lock, and in fact, during the past year has been the largest selling vehicle in the country.
Credit for the constant improvement to the quality of Ford's end product flows through to the vast network of companies that provide tyres, paint, plastics, glass, adhesives, steel, automation systems and engineering skills. An endless list of large, medium and small dealers, suppliers and subcontractors who support Ford and its market-leading vehicle range.
On the hood here is a...
To maintain and improve Ford's quality standards, regular production staff meetings look critically at vehicles through the customer's eyes. The Uniform Product Assessment System, or UPAS, is a system of measurement used to assess defects on vehicles taken at random from the production line.
Started off doing an 8D report with Joe Van and Bill Bertov.
This process is fundamental to Ford's ongoing commitment to producing the best possible vehicles for Australian and international markets.
If you line up the deck lid, it's much wider. Also looks like a taper.
That objective has been achieved spectacularly with the success of the Ford Capri, developed in Australia specifically for the US market.
The Capri is a great story for Australia. It is a unique vehicle that was designed, manufactured, built totally in Australia by Australians for export to the United States primarily. We also sell it in the local market. It has become the #1 export vehicle, #1 export commodity in the automotive industry in Australia today.
Ford Australia's annual exports of cars and components currently earn Australia more than $400 million in export income.
But the real thrust of what we're doing today is our people investment. We have created a very talented workforce here in Australia. We continue to add high-quality trainees. We've supported this growth in people with massive facility and tooling investments in the country. These facility and tooling investments are to support the new products that we have planned and coming into the future, and we're very excited about it.